I saw a quote in an interview where you said that robots aren't able yet to think adaptively in dynamic situations, and they need humans as work partners. And we talked about that a little bit. So, but what does that look like in practice, or what will it look like in practice? And how in the world do companies prepare their current workforce to deal with this?
So I am of a belief that the first, I would say, kind of prediction, the first two areas where physical robotics will really have an impact will be in transportation, logistics, such as in the supply chain, and in healthcare. And the reason is, one, if you think about our hunger for very effective, efficient transportation, we want our packages tomorrow. We want to ensure that when we have an ailment and we go to the doctors or we go to the hospital, someone can see us right then. Our hunger for these things, associated with the fact that there aren't sufficient number of workers, or we can't pay enough as companies sufficient workers to satisfy that hunger, means that the ability for robots to come into these spaces is a lot easier, because there's a consumer demand that outweighs what the companies can provide. So robots provides this as a in between. So that's my prediction in terms of those areas. So what does this look like in terms of adapting? So there are some things that robots could do very well over and over again, as long as we retrofit an environment. As an example, I think about healthcare and hospitals. Hospital halls do not change. Hospital rooms, in terms of the four walls, do not change. The bed might change, the chairs might change, you might have IVs that might change, but the physical construct, the bathroom, is not going to disappear. And so you can think about what are the tasks that a robot can do that are fairly rote. I can deliver beddings from the supply room to the hospital room. That I can do, and I can navigate around wheelchairs, I can navigate around people, I can navigate around whatever is in the hallway, because that's fairly straightforward. So where does the human come in? One, how do you get to that path? How do you get to even being able to map that or map the behavior? What if I wanted to do more? I realize it's really good at delivering bedding. Maybe I wanted to deliver food now, because you have food trays and you have morning, lunch, and dinner. Well, now I need to be able to teach the robot. So the human can actually, in the environment, can say, okay, this is what it means when you are delivering food. And by the way, when I get to the patient, I'm going to need to have a human or some caretaker actually put the tray so that it's near the patient. I don't want a robot to do that. And so that's the intersection of a task that the robot was really good at. I wanted to do more, but I have to teach it and it needs to adapt. And at the very end, I still need a human worker that's with the patient to do the final last mile delivery, as an example. So that's kind of how it works. The difficulty with this, though, is that it's going to change depending on the environment. It's going to change in terms of what I need to adapt. What does the company want? What are the needs? Can you figure out, can some human figure out, this will be a really great opportunity to teach the robot a little bit more, because this other task is very similar to what they're doing. They just have to learn it with that. And we have to get humans comfortable with being the supervisors.